Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new. Set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Hines. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Set. Green, 39.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. Give him 52 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
2nd down, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashawn Perriman from 3 yards out. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin the drive with Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And Miller with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hey, 120! 180!
Here's Hines. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A first down carry here for Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Right, now,
down he goes.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Mayfield off the play fake. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing, Mayfield, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They run with Hines. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. First down, they'll run your Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Chubb will get the call running left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku from 8 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Caught right side, it's Snead. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the line?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit!
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Chubb, and another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Mayfield looks to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it's the backup Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go play action. Mayfield escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bowman. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. David Irving in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now let's go!
Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. And Owen coughed it up, and the Ravens have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Garoppolo. Caught by Snead over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's part.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
Over! Watch it now, Marty!
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Gone!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles Tapper in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They run. Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big and flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is. Opening day, opening game, there's just nothing like it, because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cleveland, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.